So we're going to start by just having a good strong posture. So make sure that your feet are hip width apart to start. We're going to have the shoulders nice and straight. Make sure that you're curling the tailbone under and that you're slightly contracting the abs. The knees are slightly bent. Make sure that you're just breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Always remember to keep your shoulders nice and low, nice and strong, and back. All right, so we're just going to begin by making movement just to open things up. So we're going to start with shoulder rolls. So we're going to inhale, roll up towards the ears. Exhale, roll back and all the way down. And where you're going down, you really want to push down. And again, inhale, we bring it up. Exhale, we bring it back, open, open, open. You want to make sure that you're really pushing those shoulder blades together and then push those shoulders down. And last time, inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Beautiful. And now we're going to do the reverse. So inhale, bring it up, behind, and then exhale, bring it forward. And when you're bringing it forward, really make sure that you're stretching those shoulders, that you're rounding those shoulders so that you really feel a nice deep stretch. And again, inhale and exhale. And last time, in and out. Beautiful. So for our next class, I'm going to ask you to bring cans so that we can use those as weights. If you have toning balls, you'll be able to use those. But since we have to improvise a little bit, I'll ask you to have cans. So for today, we're just going to do some of the movement exercises without them. Of course, it doesn't tone the same way, but it is a start. So we're going to start with our arms to the sides, palms up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up together, and then exhale, bring them down. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and low, so inhale, bring it up. Make sure that you're now bringing your shoulders to your ears, and exhale. And last time, in and down. So now we're going to keep the arms parallel to the ground, and now we're going to bring them towards the front. So inhale, exhale, and open back up. Inhale, and exhale. Open, making sure that your shoulders are nice and low. Last time, make sure that your knees are bent and that your tailbone is curled under, and open. Beautiful. So now we're going to keep them up like this, and now we're going to twist the arms. So I'm pretty sure that you're starting to feel this. And as we're twisting the arms, we're going to bring them to the center, and then we're going to bring them back out. So the way that we breathe is, or if you want, you could do, it's up to you. By now you should be feeling it. I just want you to visualize and imagine how that would feel if you had cans. Beautiful. We're going to do it one last time. Make sure that you're contracting those abs. You want to bring the navel to the spine. Keep that tailbone curled under, nice and strong. And we're going to come here. We're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to work a little bit on our balance. So we're going to bring the feet a little bit closer together. I want you to start by going on to the ball of the foot, like this, just to feel more weight on your leg. So whether you're using the left or the right, it is up to you. You can mirror me, and therefore it would be your right leg. Oh, that's pretty good. Or you can do the left leg as well. And so from this position now, lift your foot and try to see if it's nice and strong, if it's nice and stable. Good. And now we're going to take a step. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to put all of our weight onto the other leg. We're going to start by going onto the ball of the foot. And then nice and slow, we're going to lift. And so in this exercise, it's the leg, of course, that's doing the work, but it's also the core. So make sure that your abs are gently contracted. Take your time. And then just lift the foot. Good, last time to the other side. Make sure that it's nice and stable. Contract that leg, contract the glutes, contract the abs, navel to the spine. You can stay with the foot just on the ground if that's where you're at and that's what you're comfortable with, or you can lift if you so wish. So, next step now, you can either use a wall, but clearly I don't have a wall here, so I'm going to use my couch to give me stability. Now, the better at this you are, the less you need anything to hold on, but also you need to understand that when we're doing it up in the air, the next exercise, it requires everything to contract to keep us stable. So I recommend that you use something to give you balance, to give you stability, so that you really work on those muscles, such as the core, but also the legs. So same concept now, we're going to lift the leg, we're going to pull the toes back, and then we're going to extend the leg. Beautiful. And then we bring it in, and then we lower. Beautiful. And we switch sides. So again, make sure that it's nice and strong on that support leg. Take a deep breath in. Good. Make sure that you're stable using whatever you have around you. And we pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And we bring it in. And we switch sides. Make sure you're curling that tailbone, that you're bending that support leg's knee. Bring the toes back, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And last time. Make sure that you're nice and strong. Now, if you want more challenge, again, you can do this up in the air. It really is a question of making sure that your muscles are not flaring up all over the place and that you feel nice and stable. 2, 1. Beautiful. And bring it in. Very nice. So, we're going to go onto the ground now. We're going to do a bit of a counter posture. Go into what I like to call the turtle pose. We're just going to allow ourselves to rest here. Make sure that your knees are gently open so that you can more readily go onto the floor. Now there are some people, please stay in your position, but there are some people for who this is difficult. So if you prefer having the knees together, that's fine. Every person is different. You might also prefer going onto the balls of the feet and just going onto your elbows. If you're comfortable, you can go all the way down, but you really need to see what works for you, okay? Good. And from this position now we take a deep breath in. And as we exhale now, we start by curling the tailbone under, and we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. And now there's no such thing as doing things too slowly. So really take your time. And once you get here, make sure that you're in a good and strong posture, that the tailbone is curled under, that the shoulders are back, that the sternum is pushing forward, but never to the detriment of your lower back. And make sure that your shoulders are nice and low. Alright, so for the next exercise now, we're going to go into a table position. So make sure that your hands are not directly underneath your shoulders, so you want them to be a little bit forward, but you do want them shoulder width apart. The wider it is, the less of a challenge it is, but also it creates a break in the structure, which we don't want, right? So we really want to use those muscles properly. And for the knees, same thing. We want them to be directly underneath the hips. We're going to go onto the balls of our feet, and from this position, we're going to contract those arms, so curl that tailbone under to protect the lower back. We're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale. We're going to lift the knees gently above the ground. And we're just going to feel that for a few moments. Make sure that the elbows are tucked in, right? So don't allow the elbows to go out. You really want the elbows to be within your structure. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and bring it down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to go back onto our heels just to sit back. Counter posture. And we take a deep breath in. Exhale, we come back up into the table position. So now from this position, this is really important. We're not going to do the full Spider-Man push-up today, but I do want us to start working on those triceps. So for this workout, we want to make sure that our bum is not going backwards as we're doing this. Yeah, we want to make sure that we are keeping our hips right directly above our knees, and all we are doing is lowering the elbows towards the ground, but we're barely touching. We're just barely kissing the ground, and then we come back up. Inhale here, exhale, we lower, and then we come back. Make sure that you're always curling the tailbone. Inhale, exhale. Now this isn't a question of doing this quickly, it's a question of doing it well, doing it mindfully, and properly using the muscles that we need. Now if you want more of a challenge, which is totally legitimate, you can simply lift your knees and then lower. Make sure that you're contracting those abs. I'm sure you're feeling those. Good. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. Sit back onto your heels. And take a moment just to rest here. I just need to check the time. So as you're doing this, make sure that you're relaxing fully, that you're breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. All right, so from the turtle position now, take a deep breath in. Exhale, start by curling from the tailbone. Sorry. Curling from the tailbone and roll up. Make sure that you keep those shoulders rounded, that neck, that head. They are the last ones to come back up. Beautiful. And reset. Make sure that when you get into that seiza position, that you feel nice and strong. This is really where we set ourselves up. We reset our body. We reset our mindset. Make sure that it's nice and strong and open. We want to feel powerful here. Good. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of ab work. We're going to go onto our backs. We're almost done. So we're going to go onto our backs. So the important things to remember when we do ab work is we want to make sure that you're contracting our abs, so navel to the spine, and we're curling the tailbone so that our lower back is gently pressing against the ground. Now everyone is different. Your lower back capacity to go to the ground differs from one person to the other, so don't force, allow, but make sure that you're protecting your lower back by curling that tailbone towards the ceiling. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, we want to make sure that we bring the chin down ever so slightly towards the sternum. So again, we don't want to prevent ourselves from breathing in this position. We just want to make sure that we're protecting the cervical spine. From this position, we're going to keep our arms onto the sides, palms up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And as we're contracting those abs, we're going to exhale, we're going to lift the shoulder blades off of the mats. And once we're here, we want to shake up those shoulders, make sure that they're nice and loose, and that we're not pulling here. Just make sure that you keep breathing as you're doing this, but I want you to stay here for a little bit. Try to feel that you're not pulling with your shoulders, that you're not pulling with your neck. You just want to try to relax. I know what you're thinking, as much as possible. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to lower halfway down. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, we come up. Now inhale, halfway down. Exhale, come up. And as you exhale through pursed lips, inhale half, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, and last time, inhale down, exhale up. We're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stay. Exhale, we lower. Beautiful. Now, chances are your neck is not used to this, so take the time to massage the neck. You want to take the palm heel and the finger pads, and you kind of want to smush the neck muscles from the palm heel to the finger pads, right? You want to feed from the finger pads to the palm heels. You just want to bring that in. So I'm going to show you, you stay sitting position, but just so you can see, you just want to pull it apart from the spine. Just pull it apart. Make sure that you're breathing well. The exercise portion is done. Make sure that you're breathing well, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale fully, completely through the mouth. Beautiful. And finally, we're going to bring the knees to the chest. You can wrap them as you wish. You can rock as you see fit, just to relax the lower back. Try to relax the shoulders. And if you wish, you can also bring the forehead to the knees just to round everything up. To stretch that out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we release. Come back towards the ground. We're now going to roll over to one side. We're going to push with our hands to sit back up. And we're going to close the session. So please don't leave. I will come back to you once we're done. But to close up the session and just to put everything well into place and reset, we're going to be into a sit-up position. You can also be cross-legged. You could also be sitting on your couch. It is up to you, or on a chair, whatever you have available, whatever makes you comfortable. So we're going to interlace the fingers. We're going to inhale, stretch it up towards the ceiling. Open, open, open. Exhale and release. Stretch, 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 stretch. Beautiful. And now we're going to bring the arms back, the hands back, interlace fingers back. Inhale, stretch, open the chest. Look up, keep the lungs full for 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. Thank you all so much for joining me on our first official class, virtual fitness class. So I will be right back with you. To everybody else on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.